everybody. Welcome to Hey We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D. Derek Tant is here. Bob Thiel is here. They're nodding. Well, Derek's nodding his head. Bob, you want to?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
No,
sure.
yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there you
I'll nod my head and
I was
say
letting
I'm
you speak, Scott.
I
Letting you
know.
speak.
I know. You're generous. You're a generous lover, Derek.
I missed the memo about blue t-shirt. I mean,
Well, listen, if I'm not wearing a black t-shirt, I'm wearing a blue t-shirt. You're always wearing a white t-shirt. You're a white t-shirt guy. Derek and I are color. I mean, we're not the exact. It's not the exact same color. He's got like a
Blue.
navy kind of blue.
All right, yeah.
on.
Look, all right. First of all, I mean, blue is such a wide color.
Yes.
It probably arguably has the widest palette and the most variety of any of the colors out there.
Okay.
So, Scott is wearing. I mean, yeah, Scott's wearing like this light blue.
It's the
you know,
Honolulu blue of the Detroit.
Oh, is that what they
Lions.
call that?
Yeah.
And I'm wearing like a dark navy-ish, kind of blue.
Yeah. And you got
So
the
I got a
pocket
white
tee.
t-shirt on.
You got the pocket.
They're practically different colors.
Yes.
Even though they're technically like they're kissing cousins or something.
Yeah,
like
they're still blue. I just got a white t-shirt on. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to wear my polo that I wear to work, so I just take that off, and under that's always a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It
do you wear
prevents,
the white
you know-
t-shirt for the sweat? Is that why you wear one?
No, I started wearing it because I always wear a belt.
Okay.
And when I wear jeans, the belt buckle was rubbing up against my stomach and causing me a rash.
That's interesting. So
So,
just the t-shirt helps with the belt buckle problem.
Yeah, because then the belt buckle rubs against the t-shirt instead of my stomach and doesn't cause a rash. So I started
What kind
wearing
of
it
belt
for that.
buckles are you wearing, Bob? Are
they
you wearing like
rodeo
are you like a
championships or what?
yeah?
No,
are you like
it's
a
just
team
some-
roper?
No, it's just like a
wrestler?
cheesy Walmart dress belt.
A dress belt.
But I literally have to wear it with everything, like my jeans, because all my jeans are size 36, and I don't wear a 36 anymore. So, like,
Mr. Braggett.
no, so I have to wear a belt or else they fall
34
off.
slim.
I know.
No, I really should be like a 33, but they don't make them.
Just
Why
squeeze,
don't
just
they?
squeeze into a 32 and really
No,
Well, that's
show
why
it
you gotta
off.
go. That's why you go to a tailor.
For jeans.
I've never met Taylor. Who is he?
Yeah. Well,
gosh.
he's a close friend of Tyler.
Tyler
No,
and
go-
Taylor, the Taylors.
Go to an alteration. Yes, even for jeans. That's like I think that's. I mean, not that I can speak because I'm a horrible fashionista.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
don't have-
Fashionista. Go ahead.
I'm not a fashionista, but what I've heard is that, to take your fashion sense to like the next level, just take your normal everyday clothes, take it to an alteration specialist, and get them to like customize it to your body. Like,
Yeah, but
tuck it in just
I'm
a
not
little
gonna
bit.
pay.
know
extra
it's
for
like
that.
$7,
That's
you know how
Bob,
cheap
money.
Bob
and you're gonna
is?
look great. You're gonna look
Considering
fantastic.
considering the fact that I haven't bought jeans in like 5 years, I just
You're gonna have to take them in. Just take 'em
this
in.
year I'm actually gonna have to buy. Now that the weather's getting a little bit warmer, we just had snow, and then all of a sudden the next day it's 70.
Yeah.
I
But
see your wife complaining about the weather all the time
I
on the
know,
Facebook.
dude.
oh yeah,
Instagram.
yeah. Well,
you know
I mean our
everything
weather
that's going on in
sucks.
Bob's family if you're friends with Jackie.
Yeah, if you're friends with my wife, you kind of know she throws everything out there. So
And Bob's
but
like
me-
more private of a person, and Jackie's just like, let me tell you something.
yeah, I mean, there's no secrets in my family because she'll say everything. I don't know. That's her sounding board, I guess. But I mean, this year I actually have to go buy like jeans and shorts and stuff like that because all my shorts, they're literally like 4 or 5 years old as well, and I haven't bought them. So it's like we all in this house need a new wardrobe, which means we're going to spend a lot of money on that.
Yes.
You're gonna spend dozens of dollars.
You're gonna go up to Walmart and spend like
No.
$50.
No, we'll go to
go.
Kohl's.
Yeah.
We'll go to Kohl's.
Kohl's, there you go. That's like
I mean,
the
that's-
upscale Walmart.
Yeah, Kohl's or Old Navy. That's the two places I pretty much shop for all my
Have
clothes.
you ever considered like going to like a thrift store and going through some
Derek,
like
come on, man.
No.
high end like Plato's Closet, like a high end
Yeah,
place.
I've looked through those places, but all the jeans in a lot of those places out here, at least,
Uh-huh.
they're more. How do I say it?
Skinny
They would
jeans?
be more considered like urban style jeans
Oh, like
and
FUBU
skinny
jeans and
jeans.
stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't know what brands they are, but they've got the little
Sean John.
and yeah, stuff like
I'm
that.
talking
So
90s right now, by the way. I don't know what the current fashions are.
I don't know what they're called, and I don't know if urban's. I apologize if I offend anybody. I don't know what I don't know what it's called, but I mean it's not for me. Let's just say that.
I'm
So-
hip. I'm cool.
I got my FUBU jeans on. I'm all good.
I'm sure everybody's really concerned about what we think about this stuff. Oh, sorry. No, it doesn't. Anyway,
Oh, he's got drops working again.
I know. I think it was this one program, like I said on the show before. I think it was something that was connected to my other computer, and it kept trying to connect, and it would kick everything off. That was a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
hated
Well,
that.
I mean, sometimes we have technical difficulties, but I mean, they've been a lot less.
It really angered Scott that day.
I was furious.
Well,
Bob-
if you want to get Scott upset, mess with his technology.
Oh my gosh. Okay, listen. I want to go back to this belt thing. As
Okay.
a fat dude, I don't think I've had a belt in years. Everything I wear, I just make sure that it's snug on my waist. Although, I will tell you this. When we were living in Ohio, I was part of, at our church, I led the music. Like, I played guitar and sang and stuff like that. And I just, I have the same, listen, let me give you guys a little inside look into the fat man's world, okay? Not a lot of clothes, okay? You have a set wardrobe. You recycle these things. There's a lot of the same stuff. If you find something that fits you, you might buy multiples of that. And
Different colors. But
yeah, different colors. But you don't go, hey, you know what? I can't wait to go buy some clothes, because going to buy clothes is like a reminder of how fat you are. So I had these shorts, a couple of different shorts that I would always wear, and I was stepping off the stage at church. It was not a huge church, okay? Probably like maybe 300 or more people. As I'm stepping down, and it was casual, I'm stepping off the stage, and my shorts, because I had lost weight, dropped off of me, like fully fell down to my ankles. And this is in front of everyone. And I just go, oh, well, the diet's working. Pulled them back up, and everybody started laughing their butts off. But yeah, so I should have had a belt.
Were you wearing tight whiteys?
No, I wear, we've talked about this before. I wear those like cycle
boxer
briefs or whatever.
Okay.
Goes down by on your thighs and stuff.
Yeah.
So not boxers with like hearts on them,
No.
like you see in the cartoons.
No, not at all. But anyway, there you go. That was an inside look into the fat man's world.
So I wear a belt regardless of what I have. I mean, like, I've got dress clothes where I don't need a belt, but I just wear a belt. I always
Do you
have
wear
a belt.
one with your bathing suit?
I don't
No, you don't, Bob.
have a bathing suit ever.
What? Do you ever go
I don't
swimming?
I
skinny
haven't gone
dipping,
swimming in
baby.
a long time.
You don't go swimming?
I haven't been swimming in a long time
Why?
Fishes. He fishes.
because there's nowhere to swim. I don't know.
You ever been in a hot tub or anything with your wife?
A long time ago,
Oh my gosh.
years ago.
We got to get this guy in the pool, man.
I'd much rather be fishing.
What if you could
Like,
go
I'll be
fishing
fishing
while you're in
I'll
the
be
water?
fishing this weekend.
Of course you will.
I mean, I get it. Y'all live up north, so like the pool season is probably like so slim. It's
End
like
of May to
two-
the beginning of September.
So it's
mid-September.
Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's the swimming season.
For an outdoor pool, yeah.
Yeah. That's when all the pools open Memorial Day weekend and they all close Labor Day weekend.
That's still like a month and a half removed from snow. That seems too soon.
No,
Yeah.
but what you don't understand though is September quickly changes for us here in Illinois. It quickly changes from, oh, this is a beautiful fall weather. Oh crap, it's winter by Halloween. So I
Yeah,
mean,
Halloween is when it really gets cold. But in September, the problem that, Derek, what ends up happening is like, so in September, you might have this, 78, 80 something, low 80s day. But then at night, it gets down to like 50 or something like that. So if you have a pool and you keep it open, you're going to you have to heat it. You have to heat it in September if you keep it open, which I would do if I had a pool. I would just heat it all through September. And when October hit, I'd be like, okay, it's time to close the pool.
Yeah, my parents had a heated pool, and that's pretty much what they did. They opened it really before Memorial Day, and they kept it open as long as they could.
Mid-May,
and it was always
I'd say you could probably get away with mid-May opening it, don't you think?
Yeah, and that's pretty much what they did. Because every time, Memorial Day rolled around, they were like, hey, we're ready to go, man. Everything's been set for 2 weeks. We've, unwinterized it, and everything's ready to go. So like us right now, weather-wise, we're dealing with it's 78 right now. Tomorrow's high is going to be 56. And that's and we're in the almost freezing 35, 33 degrees at nighttime.
Did you say it's 78 degrees at your house today?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. And
where's my 78?
I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 57. The next day is going to be a high of 54. So I don't know what's going on.
All right.
And it just snowed. We had 4 inches of snow.
I know you guys got a ton of snow. That was fun.
I don't know what's going on with the weather, but it's ridiculous.
On that
day, the
good
thing is, even if the weather's cold, I stay warm.
We have a cool front coming through, so high today of 80, and then tomorrow it'll be down to 74 for a high.
Derek, I'll kill you.
Well, the reason I stay warm, even if it's cold outside, is because I'm always drinking Numa coffee.
Yes.
Who wants coffee? Coffee?
You can go
Anybody?
to ENEUMAcoffee.com. Go ahead and put on coupon code HWT, get 20% off your order. I've been drinking, I ordered a big bag, a 5-pound bag of Numa coffee.
It's so big.
I'm halfway through that bag already.
How long ago did you get that?
2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. So we drink a lot of coffee in my house.
Yes.
So, but I got a good deal going through Numa Coffee. So you guys go check it out. PNEUMAcoffee.com.
HWT 20% off.
Yeah.
All right. So I really want the nice weather to show up, man.
One of these days.
I'm gonna throw this out there. See if you guys can understand this. So it was nice one day this past weekend. So where we live, it's kind of open. There's nobody. Our next door neighbor has a fence, but generally speaking, we're looking back on a whole bunch of other houses that are kind of perpendicular to us rather than parallel behind us.
Yeah.
So there's just all this open land. Okay. Nobody has fences. And these guys got to having a little bit of fun the other night, had a campfire going and stuff like that. And I have I'm going to say this right away. I have a really obnoxious dog. Okay, Maddie is a real pain in the butt. She is very obnoxious, barks all the time. So Cheryl takes the dogs out. And Maddie, of course, sees that there's people with a fire. And she's like, yeah. And somebody yells, "Shut up, stupid dog. Nobody likes you." So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I can laugh right now, but in the moment, Cheryl comes in and she's like, somebody just yelled at me, and the dog's like, "Shut up, nobody likes you." And my husband man thing kicked in, and I was like, I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna punch this guy in the face. And of course, I was like, you can't do anything, so you better just stay inside and not say crap, because you'll get your butt kicked. But I did go out there because she had to take the dogs out again later. And I went out there. And, of course, they're drinking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's obviously one of these guys' friends or something. He's just the loud, obnoxious idiot. Probably he's the me of the group that if he drinks.
We've all got a friend that is the loud one.
Yeah. So I'm loud, but I don't know if I would yell at somebody like that. But I was just like, when it starts to get nice out, this is the thing that's funny, and I think probably everybody has experienced this. As it starts to get nice and people are hanging out outside and stuff, if you have bad neighbors, you immediately get to know that they're jackasses when it gets nice outside. Like in the wintertime, you don't know.
I just found that out.
Did you really?
Yeah, I don't know how much time we have, but I'll
Go ahead.
And the cops were at my door.
Get out of here.
So last weekend, we'll just say, my son said, "Hey, it's the last weekend, last Saturday before the end of spring break. You mind if I have some friends over, have some music, stuff like that?" I'm totally cool with it. Friday night, not a big deal. He's got friends in the backyard. They've got music going. They got a fire going. Kids were all behaving. Everything's all good. We have a newer neighbor that moved in right at the end of fall, so we haven't seen them all winter or anything like that. And I'm assuming that's who called the cops, because I have the lady right next to me, she's like family. So I'm not worried about her. Behind me, it's an empty house. The next house over there, I know the guy. He'd come to the fence and tell my son to keep it down. These are the only new people. Our lots are weird. So I've got like 6 neighbors. The other guy, he's doing the same thing half the time with his friends. And I approach the fence if they're too loud. He'd have the same respect and do it with me. So there's only one new person.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, cops show up at my door and I'm like, "Hey," they're like, "Yeah, there was a complaint about music." I'm like, "It's 10 o'clock. He's like, "Yep, it's too loud." I'm like, "But where does
I thought you had till 11.
Well, and that's what I said. I said, "Well, I was going to let them go until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's the sound ordinance to be quiet." And he goes, "Well, if one of the cops was cool, the other one was puffing up his chest."
Right.
He was actually smaller than I was, and I respect cops. They've got a tough job, but this dude was just a jerk. Let's just say.
Yeah.
So he was puffing his chest up, and he's like, "Well, if somebody complains, time doesn't matter." And I kind of stopped for a second. I'm like, "Well, if I'm on the night shift and sleeping during the day, I don't want people mowing the lawn. So do they stop mowing the lawn because I complain? No."
No.
And, of course, he's puffing up his chest even more. And the other cop's like, "Hey, look, somebody complained. You guys just tone it down a bit."
Sure.
I heard the music from when I pulled up into the driveway. The other cop's like, "Yeah, I heard it down the road." Okay, it was a tiny little speaker this big, as big as smaller than a football. You're not going to hear it all the way up the road.
Right.
But I talked to the kids, and I basically made them all come inside the garage.
Yeah.
Because I had my boat pulled out anyways, so there was room in the garage. They all just came in the garage, kept doing their thing, and it was no big deal. But I now have a jerk neighbor that I'm going to have to somehow build a relationship with, because my kids and we will be outside. I'd much rather have my kid outside having a campfire with all his friends than to be roaming the streets.
Yeah,
and not
for
knowing
sure.
what's going on.
For sure.
I have a safe house, for my son and all his friends. So it's just one of those things that I'm annoyed by, but I'm going to have to figure out who this neighbor is and blackmail them or something.
Schmooze them, yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, Bob has a boat, like a really nice boat.
Yeah.
And he has his own YouTube channel, BP Fishing. So check that out. He gets his GoPro and he gets on the lake and he fishes, and it's cool. And you get to listen to like cool techno music while he's
and I've got my new videos come out every Thursday. So.
And he had a fish that jumped right out of his hands right back into the water, but it was still hooked.
That was funny. Yeah, I mean, I do have a fishing YouTube channel. It's actually grown from 0 subscribers basically to 51.
There you go, man. You're kicking butt.
It's growing slowly, but every Thursday, that's the plan, is to put out a new video.
Hey, Derek, do you have any kind of neighbors like that? I know you live in a small town, so do you have any kind of neighbor problems?
Just a small town.
No.
Boy.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't really have any obnoxious neighbors. And I was gonna say, it's like there's not a lot of great times to just be outside here in West Texas because we have to deal with wind.
Yeah,
the wind is perpetually windy. So whenever the weather warms up, that's when the wind kicks in, and so you got sand in your face. I mean, right now it's like blowing like crazy. We're talking about 20, 25 miles an hour, and then.
You guys have a lot of windmills?
We do.
Well, maybe they need to shut them off.
What are you talking about?
Those windmills are creating more wind.
The windmills harness the wind. They don't create them.
Maybe they need to shut them things off so it's not so windy.
The cart before the horse, Bob.
Shut it down.
So there's no like ideal times for people to be out, you know, but I don't have any obnoxious neighbors at all. So.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
nice.
again, I think the thing, just like Bob is saying, I think the bottom line is, especially because we want to be nice people, like my first reaction, again, it was because they said something and my wife took the dogs out. If they had yelled that at me, I probably would have been like, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah,
But
I would have yelled back.
if they said that to your woman, there's a little thing inside of you that kind of goes, okay,
Yep.
buddy, don't be messing with my wife.
Yep.
But I think what I'm going to have to do, and I think this is the guy, I think I told you guys there's a guy that cuts through my yard all the time to get to his buddy's house next door. I think it was his house. So I think once it gets nice out, I'll be sitting out on my little covered area and I'll be like, hey, how you doing, man? And I'll invite him in and we'll talk a little bit. And once I get to know him, then there'll be that thing where it's like, hey, dude, what's up with your friend yelling that crap at my wife? If he does it again.
Mutual respect. Like, hey, you know what?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to tell my buddies, tone it down a little bit. Don't say. We know the dog's going to bark.
Yeah.
You know, don't say anything.
Dogs bark.
Yeah.
It happens.
Spoiler alert.
And
It happens.
that's
They
what
do.
I wish with this new neighbor is that somebody would have had the guts to come outside and just say, hey, you know, tone it down.
Yes.
That's all. But
Yeah.
nobody did. So, but I'm going to have to build a relationship with this dude and just kind of meet him. What's weird is usually like 8:30 at night, all the lights in the house go out.
Oh, maybe
There's
they go to
not-
bed really early.
Maybe they do, but on a Friday night,
What if they work
I
an
go to
odd
bed
schedule
early,
like
but-
Derek?
well, I go to bed super early, but you have to understand there's a little wiggle room, even
There
if you're a
is.
night shifter. I was a night shifter for 11 years, so I know.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just personally have to deal with it, but
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the show for this has been a nice little, I enjoyed this. Just a nice little Winging It Wednesday. We just got to shoot the breeze a little bit.
Little
Hopefully you
chat.
guys enjoyed the conversation. We talked about a myriad of different things. Derek, you didn't get to talk enough, though. I feel bad.
did?
Okay.
I apologize for talking so much.
No, I
I'll
enjoyed your stories, though.
just, you know.
You provided, dude, Derek, tell him. He provided a lot of content today, didn't he?
You stepped it up.
Yeah,
Wow,
man.
Oh,
way to
thanks,
go.
thanks,
Kick
guys.
butt,
Thanks.
dude. I loved it.
Well, on Friday's show, I'm gonna be throwing some weird news stories out there. Some of them are actually pretty darn funny, and one of them does involve a dog. That's a thief.
It does.
So we'll talk about that on Friday.
Yeah, and also, I'm going to ask anyway, even though I feel a little sad about this, because we need people to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I don't know what's up with you guys not subscribing to the YouTube channel. What do I have to do here? I mean, do we maybe have to offer some cash prizes?
Well, if you guys listen
I'm
to the
kidding,
podcast,
by the
which we see the numbers, we
Yeah.
know people do.
Especially
Even
if
if
you're
you're
in
not
Nebraska.
going to watch us, even if you're not going to watch us on YouTube, just go click it and subscribe to us.
Yeah.
That way we know you're there. That's the important thing.
I sound pathetic. Sorry, Derek. Derek's literally ashamed that I'm pimping myself out so much for this YouTube
Derek's
channel.
like, I've got 4,500 subscribers on
I know.
Derek.
He probably has 5,000 though. Do you have 5,000 yet? No.
No. No.
What are you at, Derek?
In the 47s.
He doesn't keep track. He doesn't keep track. All right. This has been fun.
4,744.
Wow.
My goodness.
Pretty good.
And dude, that was perfect. I wish I would have done that right there. There you go. All right. We will talk to you guys on Friday. Bob's got some exciting news stories for us coming up. Thanks again for listening.